Hi Rasul sir, thank you so much for being on Zoom In with Vrinda. It's such a privilege to have you here, and thank you for letting me come to Chennai and actually speaking to you. All your busy schedules, Remo and post-production work, I'm sure it's madness for you.
Thank you so much. I think I feel very privileged that you guys have come from Hyderabad and come to Chennai to meet me. I didn't know it was like such a big thamsham for you.
Oh, of course, you're a brand by yourself, so yes.
Oh, thank you.
So 2016 has been an interesting year for you. You are the first Indian to win the Golden Reel Award for the documentary, and you have such a great lineup of films. So is it like a sense of accomplishment when you look back?
Actually, when you say a sense of accomplishment, it happens at many stages in your life.
Right.
When I won the BAFTA, I thought it's like great achievement. And then I won the CS, it was a great achievement. Oscars happened, great achievement. So you feel it in all through your life, in every stage of your life, you feel accomplished.
Right.
It took me an Oscar to work on a Malayalam film. The first time ever I'm a Malayali, I always wanted to work in Malayalam. I always wanted to work in South. But it took me an Oscar, 14, 15 years to come and do my first Malayalam film, then my first Tamil film,
right.
all that,
Right.
So when they call you, you feel, okay, you are recognized.
Yeah.
So it keeps happening.
Right. So when did that thought trigger that you had to make India's Daughter documentary?
Actually, it was a very, very emotionally investing movie, India's Daughter. Because when that incident happened, all of us, be it anyone, be a brother, be a son, be a husband, be a sister, anybody, what happened to Jyoti was deeply, deeply hurting,
Right.
deeply, deeply moving, And we saw a whole lot of events unfolding in your television, in your living room, you saw it happening. And it not just about Jyoti and what happened to her, the youth of this country came onto the street, in Delhi, in Bangalore, in Kerala, in Mumbai, everywhere. The whole country awoken. And the message that the youth of India sent out to the rest of the world, that we will no longer take violence against women, that was the biggest message India has sent out to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And when we saw that, and Jyoti died, and the way she died, and what happened to the family, and everything, I was crying.
Yeah.
When you saw those things, you were angered, you were anguished, you were saddened, and you thought this should not happen to anybody. Nobody in this world deserves such a death, and I didn't know what to do for her. The best thing that you can do is that you be the best husband, you be the best father, you be the best brother, you be the best friend to anybody. That's the best thing that you can do. Apart from that, you can't change many things. Then months later, this film comes to me. Leslie comes to me and saying that I have no money, I have made this documentary, I want to do sound, I want your ear to go into this. So at that moment I thought, this is what that I have to do, this is my duty, this is how I pay back Jyoti and her sacrifice. And I took it as a challenge to myself. And of course we didn't have enough money to work, and we had a film version, we had a television version, and lot needed to be done, a lot of works needed to be done, because most of that it had many footages that has been sourced, and it was all shot randomly, and it didn't have any sound. So I had to recreate all the sounds and make it like a seamless story.
Right.
And while working, while making this film, I thought, I don't want Jyoti to be, the saddest person, or what has happened to her is the saddest thing. I didn't want people to sympathize with her, I wanted her to come out as a hero in the film. You know, her sacrifice had to be, you know, it has a sanctity.
Yeah.
You know, that needed to be brought it out into the people's mind. And there is a whole lot of reasons behind how someone becomes a criminal. You know, nobody is born a criminal. And so the film worked in was working in many different layers. You know, to put it all together and create kind of a tribute to Jyoti was the biggest task, and I think that is one of the best work that I have done in the last recent years.
Right.
You
So
know,
do you create a mental picture of how that film should sound even before you start shooting? Or?
yes, exactly. You know, there is a visualization of sound. I create a sound script, and I work towards it. And when we are shooting, I'm actually collecting my raw materials. You know, like for example, 2.0, which is Endiran 2, Robo 2. We've been in making for the last 5-6 months now, more than a month.